Hi guys, and welcome back to Vegetology. Today we're going to do something. It's a cake, but it's a raw cake. We're not gonna bake it. It doesn't need to be cool. Like, it needs to be cooled maybe, just like to set, but like 30 minutes, not like overnight. It is by far the craziest idea to make Banoffee cake. Like, instead of Banoffee pie, we're gonna make it into a cake. I actually saw this recipe on The Happy Pair on YouTube. These two twins guys that made it. And I took this recipe, I changed it just a little bit, but I wanna give them the credit because they did an amazing job. All of it happens right in here, right in this food processor. We don't need to wash it in between layers. It has 4 different layers and you have almost no dishes to wash. I'm going to use a 7-inch pan. The reason is that most of us, we're singles or living with a partner or girlfriend. We're not big families, and big families needs big cake. When we're doing big cake, it's going bad, and then after 4 days, you're not gonna eat all of it, you're gonna throw it. And then if you're making it in a smaller pan, it's actually gonna come higher. Higher means more impressive cake, and we want that. So I have here a 7-inch, but if you have an 8-inch, it's fine. Just gonna get a little lower, but it's fine. Okay, so let's start with the first layer. It's our nut crust layer. I have here a cup of the raw cashews, and I'm just gonna turn them into like sand almost in the food processor. So, okay. Off. You will see that the texture we got is almost like fine breadcrumbs. Don't over process it because it's gonna become cashew butter. To this we're going to add half a cup of almond flour. By the way, you can use your favorite nuts. If you have pecans, you can use pecans, whatever you want. To this we're going to add 4 to 5 dates. I pitted the dates, so just put 4. And 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. This will bring it together. You don't need to melt it. You can, there's no need. And then let the food processor do the job. It's gonna come together to a beautiful crust. Let's check if it's gonna hold it together. If not, we can just put another date. Yeah, I'm gonna put one, even though it's good, I'm just gonna put 1 more date. So total 5 dates. Perfect. Now you can see it's really coming together, and then we're just gonna dump it in, all of it. A bit easier. Perfect. And this is our first layer. Clean it as much as you can because we want to avoid cleaning and washing the bowl in between layers. So we're just gonna do that. Oh my God, you guys are going to freak out when you will taste it. It's so good. I had my friends over and they tried it and they could not believe this is raw. And by the way, it has no refined sugar. All the sweetness we're getting from dates. So I'm going to use the parchment paper to put it together. So right now I'm just smashing it just so it will hold. But I want it to be really smooth and a good layer. So when we cut the cake, we can actually see all the layers. Okay, and now for this. So we just put it in and we're smashing it. Do you see these parts? They're coming a little bit out. You want to make sure they're completely flat because that will make your second layer looks like it's very low, and we don't want that. Looks really, really good. And this is gonna go just until we're gonna finish the other layer. We're gonna put it in the freezer just to cool down. And I'm gonna cover it with this parchment paper and put it in the freezer. All right. Now we don't need to clean the bowl, just take all the nuts out. I have a little bit, so I'm gonna hit it. And here comes the cool part. I'm going to make raw caramel sauce with no sugar. It is beyond delicious. I have here about 15 to 20 pitted dates that I'm gonna put in the food processor. And to these I'm going to add some coconut oil. I have here about 1/4 cup. And I need to get about 4 tablespoons, 5 tablespoons of hot water. In a high-speed blender like mine, it will take about 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Let it work. You're not going to believe it's going to work, but it's going to work. So I'm going to scrape the bowl just a little bit and then put it back to work. All right, let's check it. Let's check our caramel. Oh my God, guys, this is literally looks like caramel. But we want it to be a little firmer. The reason is when you slice the cake, you don't want it to smash, you want it to hold. And I'm gonna do it, you have two ways to do it. You can use agar powder, but you need to boil it in the water, you need to cook it, you need to add it. It's very hard to work with and it's not a very accessible ingredient. I'm going to use something a lot easier. 1/4 cup of tahini paste should make this firm enough. We can add a little more. It depends on the amount of moisture you have in the dates and the amount of moisture you have, the amount of water we added. But about a 1/4 cup of tahini should do it. So I'm gonna keep blending it. And I'm also, before I'm gonna start blending, I'm gonna add a pinch of salt, because salted caramel is the best thing in the world. And a pinch of cinnamon. Cinnamon helps us to get more of this caramelly flavor. So just a small pinch, we don't want a lot. And let's blend it. We just added the tahini, and I want you to see that it's become a lot thicker now. So let's take the pan with the crust from the freezer, and then we're gonna add the dates layer on. All right, so it's all set, and the sides are clean, as you can see. Now we're going to put the dates. So let's start slow. Oh my God, this is so good. Okay, so we're just gonna clean the blade. Ooh, this is extremely sticky. Lucky me. All right, so I'm just gonna take, again, parchment paper. And as you see, it doesn't stick to the parchment paper, so it's easier to flat it with that and not with a spoon. If it sticks, just spray it with coconut oil spray or any oil spray you have, and then it's gonna be even easier, but I don't need it. And then with just a regular spoon, I'm just going to push it in. Perfect. And this one over here. So it is good. And I'm again cleaning the side of the cake. Again, we really want clean sides, so I'm even gonna do it with a paper towel on top. Let's stick this in the freezer for about another not 30 minutes, like 10 minutes. So I let the caramel set in the freezer for about 10 minutes, and we're going to continue to the fun part. We need about 2 bananas, because this is a small cake. 2 bananas, and we're gonna slice the bananas. We're gonna put it on top of the caramel sauce. This is going to be amazing, guys, I swear. 1/2 inch slices. I get to eat the tips. All right, and then we'll start with one, and we're gonna organize the bananas around. This is perfect. You can invest time in organizing the bananas. We're not baking the cake, so invest time in this one at least. And this is perfect. Okay, so we got the bananas. Push them just a little bit into the caramel, not too much. And now for the fun part, my favorite part, the coconut cream. Yay! So you can use this type of coconut cream. You can just, it's already whipped. If you cannot find that, you can just buy regular coconut milk, 2 cans, put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then just scoop all the fat all the solid part and then whip it in a mixer. But I have the shortcut. So I'm just gonna open it and, are you ready? All right, and then we're just going to level it. Oh my God, this looks so good. And remember guys, we have like the layer, the crust from the nuts, we have the caramel from the dates, and then we have bananas and now coconut cream. This is completely decadent. Just a little more. And we are good. So you're gonna put it in the freezer for about 30 minutes. It's completely full all the way to the top. 30 minutes in the freezer. It's gonna set a little better, and then I'm gonna show you how I slice it. See you in 30. All right, so the cake is ready. It was chilled for 30, actually a little more, 40 minutes. And we're just gonna release it and see how good I did. So let's just take the knife and run it through. All right, good. This is done. You guys are ready?
Yes.
This is so beautiful. Look at this, guys. You can actually see. So all the water that drips are coming from the whipped cream, but it's fine. You can see actually the layer of the dates and the layer of the crust and the layer of the bananas and the layer of the whipped cream. Now we're going to slice it. So, wow, I'm so excited. It actually came so pretty. And two. Oh my God. Yes. I'm very happy person right now. And again, guys, no baking, no anything. Just gonna put it down. So the crunch on the bottom is like really dense. And then you have this chewy caramel that sticks to your teeth and is so good. And then you have this fluffy cream and the banana that gives you a bite. This is really, really good, guys. And really, no baking, super easy to make. Let me make love with my cake while I'll send you guys away. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, do anything, and I will see you on my next video.